Salute, folks. It's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor Alonzo Hall, your social media insurance broker. And I've returned today with another episode of Friday Night Financials. We're going to get started shortly. I'm a little bit behind schedule. I know I scheduled it for 9:05. Y'all know normally I do 8:30. But life happens and we build the ship as we fly. So give me 2 seconds to get the intro going and then we'll get to it. Hey Malika, give me a couple more seconds. I just got some technical difficulties going on. Yo, 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 yo. It's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor Alonzo Hall, your social media insurance broker. And I've returned today to whap and tap on your head with another ADH wealth solution. Today, I'm starting back up with my series that I promised y'all, Friday Night Financials. I'm a little bit behind schedule, but that's all good. Thank you, champions and contenders, for being here, and wealth supremacists as always. So, before I get into it, make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule an appointment with a licensed financial professional, the links are in the description of this video. So today, I've got Mr. EJ the General from ERJG Enterprises, and we're going to talk a little bit, kind of the normal format I have of Friday Night Financials, where I bring a professional up from, a particular field or fields, whether it be, real estate, finance, banking, credit, mortgages, or, affiliate marketing, whatever it may be. I generally try to do it from the stance of black men. As you know, I'm hypercritical of black men because I grow tired, as do many other professional black men, grow tired of allowing black men with no plan to make us as a collective be George Floyd, meaning that there's a knee on our neck, literally and figuratively. So without further ado, I'm going to bring the brother up and I'm going to let him introduce himself and get into the questions. One second there. What's going on, brother? How you doing today?
Doing well, man. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, boss.
Fantastic.
So before I go too deep in and start questioning you and everything, Bronze, what's good, fam? Before I start questioning you and everything, I guess you want to just tell us, who you are, kind of what you do, stuff like that, and then I'll go into the lines of questioning.
Yeah, man. ERGJ is the brand. I go by the Godfather. What I'm currently doing now. You asked me what my resume goes deep, man. I'm a certified global financial educator. I've been teaching particularly the black community about money in the space of investing for over a decade. I was telling people about telling black folk about Bitcoin back when it was $1,200. It's now $50,000. So I've been in that crypto space, real estate investing, stock investing, angel investor, international best-selling author. I wrote a book called The Black Billionaires Club that's taken me all over the world. And I'm currently working on virtual dispensaries, where we open up virtual dispensaries across the country, or actually across the country and into 26 other states. 26 other countries.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in some of the businesses that he does, I do have a few of his links in my description. Now, he said some things, as you guys know, I keep it all the way 1000 here. I don't pull no punches, but I'm always willing to have a conversation with someone. Personally, I'm not into crypto, but I have a love-hate relationship with it. But that's not my wheelhouse. So I definitely want to have you talk a little bit more about that. But I guess I'll start getting into the interview questions and then kind of let you flow. Don't worry, it's not going to be nothing crazy like who's your favorite baby mama or nothing like that. Don't worry. But so I guess firstly, what would be your why? What reason did you start, a business?
Shit, I got something I wanted. Well, number one, I realized early on that it's very difficult for me to be micromanaged. I mean, I knew I kind of wanted to start a business, and I started a business. Honestly, I started my business way before I started working on my business. I knew enough to just go get an LLC, and I did that, but that was dormant for probably about 4 years before I finally like, oh, this is what I can do with this. So I went and got ERGJ Enterprises, but I didn't know at the time what I wanted to do with it. But I started the business officially and just renewed it every year. But the time came, I was working for a Fortune 500 company. Um, and it was, I was working for a Fortune 500 company, and they have this thing called a benefits package. And in those benefits, they tell you about, obviously your medical and all that stuff, but they also have in there where you would accrue you would let them know what you want to do with your retirement. So I was always a money guy, and people would come to me in the business like, what should I do with my allocations? And so I started it got me to start the service called Retire Your Way, my very first service. And I realized that people were requesting my knowledge so they could basically get rich. make sure they retire rich. And so they would come to me every year, and we go through their retirement stuff and make those balances and changes and adjustments and stuff like that. And they'd always make some money. So that was my very first service that came actually through the job. And I left the job because I at the time I had a dog, a small dog, and I would leave at lunch to go get my dog and come back. And every now and then I'd be running some traffic or something like that. I remember one time I came back, I was 6 minutes late. And I had already informed them I got to run back, take care of my dog, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And I remember getting a text message or a chat to my boss who was right across the cubicle, like, "Why were you 6 minutes late?" And I let him know, and then that became a problem. And that day I quit.
Wow. Okay. So that kind of eliminates the second question, was what, who or what inspired you to start your business. You kind of broke that down for us. So thank you for that. So let me go here. Who's been your biggest supporter in your business?
Stranger?
Okay, so it's not family like a lot of our people like to hope it is when we first get into business. Um,
No,
I can tell you
no
from personal
strangers.
experience,
No,
working on Wall Street. I thought my family was just gonna come flood the gates, and it didn't happen. And I think a lot of our people run into that. So go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
no, no, no. Well, it's business. Strangers will make you rich. Not your. I mean, your friends, family, they may support you, but the reality is they know you for who you were before you got started in business. And and you don't need them to be successful in business. It'll be nice to be able to service them, but if they don't value what you're bringing to the marketplace, if you what they want you're not bringing, then they're just not going to buy from you. I mean, it's just human nature. We spend our money with what we value. So in my particular case, I sell knowledge on money, and unfortunately, in my community, that's not something that we value. so, uh, so well, generally speaking, but I have found as I market out to people who don't know me, uh, found plenty of support, plenty of business in all of my different endeavors.
Awesome. So we have a comment here from Malika. She says she's glad that you saw that you did not like to be micromanaged early. So Malika is she also, and Malika, make sure you put your links in the chat. I tell you to do that every time. I got to keep reminding you. So Malika is self-employed. She's starting a business herself, and she does organic pieces. What you puffing on there? Hopefully it's something good.
Oh, this is my Amanita muscaria vape. It's a mushroom vape with HAC in it.
Okay. So now let me ask you this. What is a challenge that you face with your business or any of your business endeavors?
A challenge.
Hmm.
Uh, the biggest challenge is just doing it every day, being consistent and being disciplined to do what I know I need to do. That's the biggest challenge. If I do that, if I do what I'm supposed to do every day, then it's just going to be successful because I reap what I sow. So my biggest challenge
Mm.
is me.
Okay,
That's
so
it.
just the motivation to do what you got to do, do the stuff you don't want to do every day.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, not one. I wouldn't say motivation. It's just as a business owner, you're still a human being. You face the same challenges an employee would challenge. You might get sick, just like an employee could get sick. All this
Mm.
stuff. I mean, I face the same challenges anybody else faces, but I still have to run a business. If I stop running the business stops running until I get to a point where it runs on its own.
Right.
So my biggest challenge is the man in the mirror, conquering conquering the man in the mirror every day is my biggest challenge. If I take care of that, everything else takes care of itself. If I get better, everything gets better.
Okay.
Period.
No problem. Good answer. Good answer. Malika likes your answer too. So now, what would you say sets you or your companies apart from others in your industry?
Uh, what sets me apart, sets my business apart, right?
Indeed, yes.
Yeah, me. Same answer. I am the brand. So when I came into this business, I'm in financial services, obviously, as far as the first part, with certified global financial educator, which I do. I was teaching investing, still do. I was doing consulting, doing coaching, stuff like that. The thing that sets me apart is me. Instead of trying to be like everybody else, I don't wear suits and ties. I'm wearing dashikis and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm being me. And I believe that once people really understand that, especially if you're a solo entrepreneur, that your authentic self is going to attract way more than the representative you might put somewhere, then people are going to really have success. When I look at people like a Mark Zuckerberg who wearing t-shirts in Congress and jeans, you know what I'm saying? They being themselves because they can
Mm-hmm.
afford to be themselves. I say that if you be yourself, I say if you be yourself, you'll be able to afford anything you want because you're going to attract to yourself true, authentic, honest righteousness, which comes with a whole bunch of rewards.
Gotcha, gotcha. All right. So next would be who do you turn to for advice or help within your business when you maybe when you have something or something that maybe you can't always look at yourself for, or maybe you want a second opinion.
Yeah, that's a good question, man. And for a long while, it was tough to find those mentors, those coaches. But I knew it was important. Um, I say when you're the smartest person in the room, it's time to find a new room. So I started finding new rooms. So I have mentors, whether they be YouTube mentors, people like in my industry. It don't have to be my industry. People like Les Brown, Jim Rohn. Those are my YouTube mentors, or people that have probably passed away. My mentors, virtual mentors, what you want to call them. Then now I have some people in business that are doing well. But I always talk to people who are doing better than me. Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing from nobody who ain't doing better than me. So when it comes to
Right.
money, I listen to people who got money. I don't listen to people who think they know how to get money because if it worked so well, why it didn't work for them?
Mm.
So I look for people who come with receipts that I can see it, not just hear it. So I do have a couple mentors, couple $1 billion mentors, probably not billion, probably a couple $1 million mentors. Like when I look at their life, I can say I'll be like, yeah, you probably a millionaire. When I look at how much property you own and how many franchises you got, like, yeah, you probably a millionaire. We just don't think you're a millionaire, right? So
Yeah.
I have people like that will when I call, they'll answer. And here's the reason why: because I bring value. My other mentor who has $1 billion drone company, he hit me up. We was talking 1 minute, and I told him, I'm gonna share this with you too, brother. I told him, I said, man, listen, you putting out this content. He was getting on Instagram at the time. I said, here's the deal, man. Why would you waste 60 minutes of your day when people only value 60 seconds?
Mm.
In today's world, people only value 60 seconds. These reels is all they really want. They don't want these long ass live streams unless you're gonna chop it up.
Yeah.
Once he took that information, he processed it. He grew his channel from 10,000 people to almost 4 million.
Mm.
Now,
Okay.
the problem is though he ain't cut me in on none of that stuff. I gave him the idea. I said, yeah, we got a problem now. You being my mentor don't mean it's still business. I gave you the idea. So I don't really follow him like that. But my point is, because that to me that's just not right. Like if you gave me that nugget, Mr. Hall, and I cashed in $1,000, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna shoot you about 100 at least.
There you
You know
go.
what I'm saying? That's just how I do business, though. So people do business with me because of how I do business as well. But yeah, I go to people like I would talk to him about stuff, and he would give me some ideas on, okay, well, here's what I see the next move for you is, or here's what I would do in this situation. You know what I mean? So I
Hmm.
got a couple people, only a couple. You only need a handful. They say there's safety and wise counsel. I got a couple of people I go to. My uncle's one of them. He's been 50 years in the music industry. As an entrepreneur, probably the only entrepreneur in my family that I know of, that I know has had success, that I would call. So that's good to have a family member that's doing some entrepreneur stuff. So yeah, I got a couple people.
Okay, wonderful. And then next, I would guess, do you have any goal or specific goal in mind for your business? Any one of them?
Well, yeah, with the virtual dispensary, the reason I got started with that is, again, I teach investing, and I started realizing that I need to teach people how to make more money so they can invest as well.
So they can
So
afford
got
to
to
invest. Yeah.
Yeah, I got into the virtual dispensary game, and the goal there, man, for me is just two things. And my goals are my whys. Number one, I know I've been called to build a school, a money school for the Black community. So I focus on getting my money up to be able to do that. And I know I can do that a lot of different ways. And the second thing, I'm gonna buy my mom a house. I'm gonna build her a house. So those two things are the goals that drive me to conquer myself every day to do what's necessary to get the results that I want.
Gotcha, gotcha. Now let me ask you this: do you have an exit strategy for your business?
That's a good question. I don't exit strategy. Like, no, I don't. I don't necessarily think about exiting. Now, if I haven't really built the only business that I built that I would need to feel like I need an exit strategy is my home decor business. But I've kind of pivoted from the energy I was putting into that into what I'm doing now. So that's a great question. The answer is going to be no. But as I think about just exiting, my exits are always pivots. I just pivot
Okay,
over here and I just pivot over here. So I can, because I know how to make money, I always see opportunity. And because I know how
gotcha.
to make money, I've got 6, 7, 10 streams of income. So when I need to exit, I'm just exiting to a different stream.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. So now, how would you prepare, or how would you say you prepare for emergencies within the business?
Um, that's a good question too. How do I prepare for emergencies?
Mhm.
I would say that I'm still in preparation mode. Like this year right here is the year where I really build out and start to put in some of those necessary things. I've been in business for a while, but 2022, 20, what is it? COVID years, I think 2020 up into 2022,
2020.
yeah, about 2022, I was just coming out of about a 2 year battle with depression.
Okay.
So coming into 2023, it was like springing back out, and now I'm starting to take care of some of the things I neglected for those 2 years. Just I don't know if everybody ever dealt with depression, but whoo, some things slide. And so now that I got my spirit and my mind right, it's more like okay, structure, things like that. So now I'm more in the mindset of okay, insurances and SOPs and stuff for things I need it for.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm just now starting to get into the mind frame or re I guess get back into the mind frame of all of the framework of building a business and protecting said business to be able to transfer said business.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's actually part of some of that exit strategy. When I talk to business owners, um, in terms of like things like a buy sell agreement, and other things that you can have set up. So I love to holler at you on that. So now let me ask you this: what does the phrase "Do you work in your business or on your business" mean to you? And then a follow up question to that would be, which one of those do you do?
Yeah, working in your business, working on your business. Yeah, most entrepreneurs are working in their business, meaning they're doing the day to day operations, they're doing the marketing, they're processing orders, they're doing everything to make a profit, to make money. But the problem is, if you never spend any time working on your business, that would be development, that would be seminars, that would be workshops, that would be going to the conferences or the big top earners in your field. You know what I'm saying? Learn from people that are smarter than you. YouTube University, self education, all that stuff. If you never spend any time working on your business won't grow.
Hmm. Okay. And then, so secondly, would be which one do you do? Or are you like a lot of brothers who do both?
Well, so I, so I do both, but again, I run multiple businesses. So it depends on the business, depends on what I do. So once I look at my time and I say, okay, here's my active and here's my passive time, I can begin because I'm an investor. All of my investing is passive. I don't have to work on that. My businesses that I run, I scaled my financial services business down just to consultation. So I'm only taking big ticket big ticket consultations. You're not paying me $1,000 an hour for my time. We're not talking. So I don't have to. I'm not running that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
My home decor business, it's all e-commerce. So other than marketing for it, um, I'm more into learning about. I'm more into working on it because now I'm learning different things, different techniques, different ways to get, different ways to run ads, stuff like that. It's all learning for me to even expand that greater. So that's more still active. I'm actively learning, so I'm working on that business, and then this so the dispensary business, it's I'm working on it because I'm actually developing other business owners. So it's not something that I'm not trying to sell my product anymore, which is what I was
Hmm.
doing in the beginning. I'm now developing people that have started their business and showing them how to win. So I'm more in teaching. And so in order to teach, I got to learn. So I have to keep learning this stuff, implementing it, then I teach it. Learn it, implement it, and I teach it. So we just got off a training where I was going over like YouTube, like even this with live stream, like what you're doing with StreamYard. I can show you a couple of things that'll make this thing even more dynamic. Because I started with StreamYard back when they first got started. Um, so I'm working on as I'm developing business owners and helping them to have success. So I'm mostly working on, not working in, but I still have to. The interesting thing, Alonzo, is that in order to be a real effective leader, you have to show people that you can do it. So
Gotcha.
I still tell them, I like we just had a call on Thursday that I invited you to that you wasn't able to make. I
Okay.
still told I said I challenge y'all to have more people on this call than me. And nobody did it.
Mm.
And I'm not even really recruiting. So until somebody can actually get more people on that call than me, I still gotta show them that I'm still the Godfather.
There you go. Now that's amazing there. Just a couple more questions and then it's time to freestyle. So, my next question would be, what is your favorite part about having your business? Let's use the high ticket business because we're in a similar vein there where I'm in financial services and I do charge a fee for service. I'm a fee-based advisor, so obviously I get a fee, but I also get a commission. Um, so that's one of the favorite parts of my business. But I also get to make an impact on people's lives. When I help them build their financial house, I explain, hey, listen, the reason I start with life insurance before anything else is because you have to pour concrete in the ground when you build a house. Well, that life insurance is your financial foundation. Now, what I'll never do is tell somebody you need term, you need whole life, you need this, you need that. To be honest, you need it all. But each type of policy has its different purpose. And so when people in this industry bash one product over the other, they're actually doing a disservice to people, because it's like saying, oh, you only need to drive a four-door sedan with three wheels, right? Um, and often what happens is, especially with the insurances, I know a lot of CPAs, I know a lot of CFPs who only have like their Series 65. I used to be a stockbroker. Let me tell you, insurance is way more tricky than, options and stuff. um, just it is and it isn't. But when you learn and understand both, it's a vicious game. But so the favorite part of my business is actually helping people to, number one, identify, and then two, protect their lifestyle. So what would you say is your favorite part of, and it doesn't have to be the financial services, whichever business is your favorite, what's your favorite part of it?
My favorite part of any business that I got is the mere fact that I can do what I want to do when I want to do it. I have time freedom. Like
Hmm.
like I can do what I actually, let me tell you a story real quick, man. So it's funny because I did something yesterday. I had a buddy hit me up. He had two drivers that were out. They do Meals on Wheel delivery for the seniors. And he called me and I was like, what's up? He was like, yeah, I have two drivers. I want to see if I can help. I was like, are you asking me to drive? I said, what? So I said, cool. I said, no problem. My homie called me. I'm gonna show up for my homie. That's just how I operate. So I go out there. I'm like, shoot, because my first job was Pizza Hut. So I like driving actually, but when somebody like, it's a whole lot different when you talk about a
Yeah.
job. I was like, I don't, I job. I'm allergic to jobs. What do you? But I went there. I showed up for my homie, right? So I'm out there delivering, you know what I'm saying, meet the blind folk and doing, I'm enjoying myself. But here's the problem. It was lunchtime. Now he called me at 7 o'clock in the morning. I just went straight, you know what I mean? I just boom, I'm get there for my homie. Lunchtime, it's time for me to eat. I stop at McDonald's. Give me something to eat. Bad decision. So I have a normal routine about what I eat, all that stuff. I'm way more conscious about my body. I haven't eaten McDonald's like 6 months. Man, I ate that thing. Man, I got about 4 delivery after that. I said, "Oh Lord, and then I started having the hot sweats and all this stuff. I had to get out the car. I was like, "Oh Lord," I felt like taking my shirt off. Like, "Oh Lord," and I remember feeling like that and still feel like I had to stay at work.
Mm.
I gotta stay.
Wow.
I got to come here even though I'm sick because I might lose my job.
See,
I remember that feeling. I was like, "Oh Lord," and then next thing you know, all that stuff came out. I
man.
went home, whatever. I called him. I told him, "Man, bro, I just, boom, boom. I don't know, it was the food poison, stomach flu. I feel better now." But I went through that experience to remind myself of how it felt to have to feel like I have to go clock in for somebody else when I may not be in a position to do so. Whether that be that I'm sick, whether it be I got to take care of my kids, whether they got something special going on and I need to be there, or I need to travel out of town to take care of my mom, whatever it is, I got to think about if I got enough PTO. I
Mm.
got to think about whether I'm gonna lose my $25 an hour for this 8 hour time frame because I ain't gonna be able to clock in. So the best thing that I love about my job or whatever it is that I do as relates to my business. As a matter of fact, I can do it. I can do it
Oh, you can
what I
swear. You can
want.
swear.
Oh, okay. I can do it the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want. And guess what? I can be 100% authentic in who I am because I don't have anybody who gonna check me. Who
Exactly.
gonna fire me? Nobody. I gotta fire myself.
There you go. So this would be the last question, and then we could get to the freestyling. So now, what advice would you give to somebody else looking to start a business of their own?
If you're looking to start a business of your own, you need to get around entrepreneurs. Not entrepreneurs, not the people that want to start business. Start hanging around people that are in business, so they can help you to develop the
Mm,
mindset, help you to elude some of the things that's going to happen as you're in business. They've already been there. They've already experienced that. They've already whatever it is, they've already done that. So they got wisdom that they can share with you to help you to be successful. Again, not entrepreneurs, not the people that have been talking about starting a business for a long time, but they never got it started. And I would even say you want to be around successful entrepreneurs, not the entrepreneur. Yeah, I got a business started, but you never see them building a business, but they keep telling you about the business. You be like, well, how come you've been in business for 5 years and I still don't know what you do?
mm.
How is
Right.
that? You're a secret agent. So how are you going to be able to tell me anything about business when you ain't even told me about your business? So get around
Right.
successful entrepreneurs so that you can glean from their success. And hopefully you can get into the room where you find a mentor or two, a business coach, or a business coach. Oh Lord, the value of a coach who you will allow to hold you accountable is is is
Mm.
is 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 greater than I can't even put a price tag on that. To someone to
Okay.
tell, just to allow someone to tell you when you fucking up and you take it and you make the adjustment.
Boom.
Et was on. Et was on, right? Et the hip hop preacher. He was on. He was talking about, man.
Yep.
He's like, you ready to be you know what I'm saying? You ready for me to be your coach? You sure you ready for me your coach? You sure you ready for me to check your schedule? You sure you ready for me to check and see if you did the stuff that you said you was gonna do? You sure? Most people ain't ready for that. Most people think I'm gonna be an entrepreneur,
That's
so I don't
true.
have to listen to nobody. No, you can be an entrepreneur and be a broke entrepreneur by not listening to people, or you can be one that's wise enough to listen to other people so you can be successful.
I like that. I like that. All right. So now, at this point, I kind of try to let folks freestyle. So I know you have a couple of businesses. Is there anyone in particular that you wanted to promote before we wrap up?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely the online dispensary. So hopefully you left a couple links. We're opening up dispensaries all across the country. As I said, I got into this for a couple of reasons. Obviously, my why is to build my mom a house, to build the school. But the other why was to help other people make money. So, as a certified global financial educator who teaches people about investing, the best way to invest is to invest out of your surplus, and you can start making your money work for you. So, in teaching that, I said, man, I got. If I find some other ways to help people increase their income, then I can then show them what to do with that money, and then obviously they can afford. Not that they couldn't afford before, but they could buy the life insurance policies that they need to protect themselves and all that stuff as well. So it's something that comes to play because of the market, where we're looking at the legalization of this plant called cannabis, and the 2018 Farm Bill has allowed for this thing to explode. Where you might be seeing if you're in a space like me, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, Decatur, Georgia, where I'm seeing CBD stores pop up, smoke shops pop up, all that stuff. And over in California, where my other business partner is, he said they got a dispensary on every corner, and he said that they stay packed. That tells me that there not only is there not that there's a huge demand for what I do, and I realize this thing called supply and demand in business. If I supply demand, I get rich. It's just that simple. So in order to avoid paying the $500,000 to open up my own dispensary like a brick and mortar, we're in a business where we can open up virtual dispensaries for less than $1,000. And we start to do this philosophy where we work full time on our job or full time on our business and part time on our fortune. And I'd ask many people this question here: have you started working on your fortune? See, millionaires have about 7 streams of income. How many do you have? So I think about some of this stuff. So this is just a THC, non-THC business that people are able to get e-commerce drop ship products right to their front door. And I help people get started for less than $1,000. And this is just one of the products that I have. It's the Amanita muscaria mushroom based product vape, electric vape. I haven't went into vapes before I got started in business, but when I saw they had a mushroom vape, I said that's interesting because I'm not a THC guy myself. I'm more of a non-THC guy. And the beautiful thing about business is this, guys: your opinion is irrelevant. Your opinion is irrelevant. Whether you like THC or not, people are still going to buy the product, and somebody's going to get rich off of it. The question is, will you?
I love the way you said that, brother. In business, your opinion is irrelevant.
Yeah.
That mushroom thing sounds interesting.
Yeah, man. This is light. This one here is, I think, is I don't know the flavor. I forgot the flavor. It's light. And again, I wasn't into vaping, but but when I said I'm gonna try this because of Amanita muscaria. People don't know what Amanita muscaria is. I'll tell you what that is. It's called the magic mushroom. This is the same mushroom that's found on the game Mario Brothers. I did not realize that this stuff
I
that
was
was
just about
created,
to say that.
it allows us to, it was created off of what's actually reality. So these games, these cartoons, there's a lot of stuff that's happening in reality. So what would Mario do? Mario will run across that screen, he'll hit a box, and every time the little coins will pop out, right? Mario was getting his money. Mario was getting his money. Then he'd be going across the screen, he'd have all these little things coming at him. He'd stomp on him to get off the screen. He was kicking the enemy out of his way. He was stomping on the neck of the enemy the whole time. He's just battling the devil or whatever you want to call it. Then every now and then Mario hit a box, and then this red and white mushroom will pop out and start moving across the screen. And then Mario go get that mushroom. Guess what happens? They turn him into Super Mario. The Amanita muscaria is about brain power. It assists with things like productivity, creativity, and confidence. And let me ask you guys this: would it not be true that if you had a little bit more confidence or belief or faith in yourself and in the ideas that God has given you, the multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar ideas that you've been given, if you believed in those and you believed in yourself, wouldn't you already be rich?
Say that one more time for the folks in the back.
If you had more confidence, which would be belief, if you believed in yourself and you believed in the $1,000,000 ideas that God has given you over the time, over your lifespan or the universe, whatever you want to call it, you've been given $1,000,000 ideas. If you believed in them and you believed in yourself, meaning that you believe that you could execute on what you've been given, wouldn't you already be rich?
Absolutely. But we got a lot of folks like my man Mr. Man who trying to flip the food stamps and put rims on his dog. I know he's joking. He definitely comes with the troll. But we see this in our community very often, bro.
Hey, yeah, it is what it is. But I love trolls because if we're on their mind, then that's what's important. You be on top of mind, people, whether it's positive or negative. I can use it all. Because here's the deal: if you're trying to flip whatever you just said into whatever you just said, here's my question to you: are you trying to make some money with me? If you're not trying to make some money with me, if we try to make some money, we can have a conversation. If you're not trying to make no money, then that tells me a little bit about your character. So you want to make some money or you want to play games? Like, which one is it? I used to play video games too. When I was playing video games, I didn't make much money.
Ain't that the truth? Give
Like I
me one
said,
second. I was just changing up my
when you get
setup.
to a space, no problem. When you get to a space where you can be 100% authentically you, you can deal
Uh-huh.
with the trolls like no other.
Like no other, brother. Like no other. You never lied on that one. Well, listen, I'm not gonna keep you too much longer. I actually generally by now I would have been at my hour and change mark because generally I go for about an hour on the show, but I started a half hour late. Um, Tell the people where they can find you. Are you able to reach into the chat and put your information there, and then we'll close out?
Am I able to do that? Chat with everyone in the studio? Okay, how do I do
Yeah,
that?
chat with everyone in the studio.
So you can go Instagram. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm just typing right now.
No
Okay.
problem. I might have
ERG.
to give you a wrench. Hold on, let me go to my channel. Let me go to my YouTube from my other phone.
Now let me ask you
And
this,
once
Alonzo. How did we get connected and how am I here on your show today? This is always fascinating to me.
well, that's a good question. It looks like okay, you put it in the private chat. I'm gonna put it into the chat. If you go in the regular chat, you can
That's
give
all
me
I
one
got is
second.
a private chat, I would guess.
All
But
right.
anyway, if you want to
'Cause
follow me, I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube too, but I'm just now kind of going to get back to YouTube. Instagram is ERGJ. You put in those four letters,
I got
you're
you.
gonna find both of my profiles, ERGJ Enterprise and ERGJ Black Bazaar. I believe that Lonzo is dropping a link in the bottom and below. It has three links. One is going to be to ERGJ Black Bazaar, my e-commerce store where I have Afrocentric home decor, personal care products, and also some essential stuff for hand, body, things like that. That's a six-figure business for me that I've been running for the past 4 years. I make six figures from my phone in my room. Let me say that again. Making six figures from my phone in my room. See, it's a very powerful thing that
Yes,
you
sir.
are on right now. It's called your phone. It's a smartphone. My question is, are you doing anything smart with it?
Yes, sir. I love it.
And then there's going to be two other links. One to the Cataglobe.biz Black Bazaar. That's going to be to the virtual dispensary to go check out the opportunity. It's going to be a 5-minute video, give you all the information that you need. The something that you're interested in, you'll find my number above that. You just text me, call me, and then we'll have a conversation about how you can work not just full time on what you're currently doing, but start working part time on your fortune. You're going to find out very quickly in part time, you're going to start making more money than what you're making in your full time. And then there's going to be a link to a store, a second store, and that's going to be the dispensary itself. So maybe somebody say, "Hey, I ain't trying to make no money with you, man. I don't know why you would do that, but hey, but I will support you, man. Hey, I appreciate that." Well, you can go shop at the dispensary. Again, it'll be we'll get you shop e-commerce there, get delivered right to your front door, whether it's THC flower, whether it's bakables, smokables, non-THC products, whatever the case may be. We got the Snoop Dogg gummies, Cheech and Chong. We got Rick Ross brand, all that stuff for you to be able to shop till you drop and show your support for your boy.
Listen, man, you talking to the right guy right here. I'm a big pothead. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But I'm trying to think. I know we got connected on Facebook somehow, and then from there we got connected on Instagram. I get connected through a lot of different things. I join a lot of groups for business and so on and so forth. And like you said, that publicity thing. I go in, I troll, I say all kinds of rude shit to people because when I was not basically my authentic self, I got no attention. I'll tell you a little bit about myself and why I got into the industry that I got into. 2008, 3 days before Mother's Day, I got shot 5 times in front of my mother in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I call myself 25 Cent because I got shot half as many times as 50. 2008, moved to New York City, met my now wife, ran into Aflac in New York Life, decided to start with Aflac, started a career on Wall Street, been there ever since. Fast forward today, this year I'm now the three-peat of the top annuity and insurance producer at my firm, small boutique firm out of New York City, about 45, 50 agents, all black owned. It's called CG Wealth Solutions Group. Our broker dealer is Mass Mutual. We write for a few different carriers. One of the things that I want to mention is with business owners such as yourself, high net worth individuals and investors. I talk to you guys about things like 162 executive bonus plans and tax shelters, right? We're talking on high level things where simple products, we take advantage of the tax code, right? For example, things like a 401k. A 401k is not a product, it's the tax code, right? A 403b is not a product, it's the tax code. A 457 is not a product, it's the tax code. A thrift savings plan is not a product, it's more tax code, right? So things like 162 executive bonus, especially if you're talking about real estate flipping. One of the things that a lot of folks don't know is you can buy a house using life insurance, something called a collateral assignment. So as opposed to going for that mortgage and using the physical property as collateral, if they foreclose on that mortgage on the property, they take your house. If they foreclose on that mortgage on the life insurance, they just take your life insurance. They don't take your life, though I wouldn't put it past them, but they do take your life insurance. But that's how we met. And those are just a couple of things I want to shoot out there to you because for me, about the last 4.5 years, I've been doing most of my business through YouTube. And I put out what's called evergreen content. People watch 4, 5, 10 of my videos and they'd be like, I listen to financial people and I've never heard those words, right? So, for example, you'll probably hear a lot of people talking about life insurance using IULs as infinite banking. The problem is they've just learned this concept a couple years ago. I've been doing this on Wall Street since 2012. The reason I'm so cocky is because when you are on Wall Street, the financial capital of the world, you're just going to get experience that the rest of the country is not. It's just like being in New York City or being in California. There's something about the air and the water. It's just a little bit different. Plus, I've got family. My mother-in-law was worked the options desk at Morgan Stanley for the past 30 years. So I'm a little bit connected. Um, but I definitely want to talk to you about some other things behind the scenes. And I'd love to have you come back on the show, when I talk my shit, right? I'm trying to keep this a little more professional. But the problem is because I'm self-employed and been so for the past 15 years, I don't be giving a fuck. I'm not even gonna lie to you, especially with my life story. But that's it, brother. I'll let you go, and then I'll close out.
All right, man. It was a pleasure, man. Definitely look forward. Hey, you want to talk that shit? Hey, you got the right guy.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna bring you back. We're gonna talk some shit, man, because it's some shit to be talked. Like I said, I'm very hypercritical of black men, and I know a lot of other black men who are very hypercritical too. Because according to Brookings Institute, the apex net worth of a black man is 148,000. Meanwhile, the median net worth of a white man is 184,000. I have a problem with that when white men are getting their ass kicked in this country by Asians. And we say we want to be the HNIC and be the ones with power. But we got dudes crying on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter all day crying about Keisha. But I'm not going to hold you. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all star advisor Alonzo Hall. And I just whapped and tapped on your head with another ADH wealth solution. Make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth, or to schedule an appointment with a licensed financial professional. The links are in the description of this video. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, wipe ass, work in progress every day and see success. Wipe ass, work in progress every day and see success. Wipe ass, work in progress every day and see success. And remember, folks, when people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute. Thank you, Malika. As you guys know, thanks for your support. Make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule an appointment with a licensed financial professional, the links are in the description of this video. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, wipe ass, work in progress every day and see success. Wipe ass, work in progress every day and see success. Wipe ass, work in progress every day and see success. And as always, champions and contenders, let's start this beat over. When people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute.